to live from lockdown. I'm going to get Facebook going here and say hi to everybody. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're in a new location. Facebook, hi, welcome to live from lockdown week 49. And in my mind, a little bit 2.0 because I'm in a new location. You guys can tell. And because Steven is in Oklahoma, I'm by myself, so it's a solo show. On Live from Lockdown, week 49. Hi, Simon. I'm going to get my Facebook going, too. I had another phone that I was going to use today, and just a minute ago, like 2 minutes ago, it stopped working. So we're going to use this computer, and hopefully it's there, and it is. And that is great. So let's see. Hi, Mark. Hi, Dave. Hi, everybody. Hi, Kevin and Rodney. Okay, so I can see you guys. I've got the computer on the piano. It's a little bit of a different setup. Hi, Rich. Yes, I am back. I'm back in the Northeast. I'm in New York. Hello, Don in Reno. Good to see you. And John. Hello, Sergio in Buenos Aires. Doug in San Diego. I bet the weather's nice. Chris and Adam, nice to see you guys. Tim in South Texas. I hope that you guys had a good, safe experience with the winter. It was pretty cold in Oklahoma. Hi, Orville in the UK. And Lenice, I'm back in New Jersey. And hi, Stephen in Pennsylvania. Magda in Barcelona. And, oh, Paul, thank you so much. Was that today that, gosh, I didn't really think about that. Clark's in the room with me in mini pictures right now. And hi, Dennis in California. Nice to see you. Roy and Nancy. Hello, Ralph, Mary and James. Hi, Tom. I miss Kawamba too. I really miss traveling. I'm hoping to come to California at some point this year. We're working on it. Oh, Tim, I'm sorry you're without power. I mean, so many of my family members in Houston are also without power. It's been terrible. Hi, Terry in Chicago. Hi, Avi and Marsha. And Mark is in Northern Ireland. Harry. Oh, hi, Jim. Good to see you. So we're here. We're for Live from Lockdown. It's a new setup today, so please let me know if you guys have any comments about the screens or anything, because we're working on it and hopefully going to get it perfect. Oh, I have a friend on here in Jerusalem. Not Rodney, I'm not sure which post you're talking about. Hi, Laura. Hello, Jennifer Wheeler and Andy. Hello, Francis. Bill and Marion, nice to see you guys. And our producer is with us today remotely from Oklahoma. And I don't know if you guys can see that Champian.fulton is also there in the comments, so you guys can say hi to him. And we're going to play some music. And what's the theme for today? Fats Waller, one of my very favorite piano players. People ask me all the time, who's your inspiration for playing piano and singing? And people often think Blossom Dearie or, I love Norah Jones. We're about the same age. But really, to me, it's Fats Waller because he's so swinging and he spreads so much joy and so much fun. And I've got a good list for you guys today of tunes. And let's have some music. No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Aint Misbehavin, saving all my love for you. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting, it's just you I'm thinking of. Aint misbehaving, saving all my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, No one to walk with, all by myself. No one to talk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. I know for certain, the one I love, I'm through with flirting. It's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. Like Jack Horner in the corner, don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me, I know for certain, the one I love, I'm through with flirting. It's just you I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving, saving all my love for you. Ain't misbehaving, ain't misbehaving. I'm saving all my love for you. Oh, thank you guys very much. Hi, everybody. Hi, Martha and Pamela. Andrea, so nice to see you. That is Aint Misbehavin. We're talking about Fats Waller today, one of my absolute favorite piano players. I'm going to tell you a little bit about him. He was born in 1904, and he had a very short life. He passed away in 1943. I have a great book about him. I actually don't know if there are very many books about him. This was one of the first books that I contributed to our jazz library, because my father has a lot of books. You guys have seen them, but this is one that I wanted because I was so interested in Fats Waller. And it's actually written by his son, Maurice. It's got a lot of great info in it. Because he passed away so early, there's some famous video. This is actually a still from that. I'm going to show you a photo of him. See if I can get it in both frames. That is Fats Waller. What's his first name? Thomas. And he wrote a lot of songs that you guys know, just like Aint Misbehavin', and I'm going to do a lot more, and I'm going to do some that also he just made famous. One of my favorite things about Fats Waller is the tempos that he would play, because it's stride, so there was, of course, a lot of, like, fast, but to me, he's the most swinging stride piano player at the slower tempos, like the dance ballad tempos, and that's what I really love. Oh, it's my Aunt Mary's birthday. Happy birthday, Aunt Mary. I know that they have been struggling in Houston. I hope that you have power and water. And I know it is getting warmer down there, so that's good. Hi, Joe. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you guys. I hope my connection is good. Let me know, because we're in the new place. And I know Hide's on there. Hi, Hide. You're right here. If you're on YouTube, Hide, you can see yourself. You're in the corner of the piano. So let's do something else. Lord, Lord, Lord. Well, there ain't nobody's business if I do. If my man and I fuss and fight all night, then we wake up and we're all right. I go to church all day Sunday and sit at home and drink all day Monday. Well, it ain't nobody's business what I do. Well, if I should take a notion to run and jump to the bottom of the ocean, well, it ain't nobody's business what I do. Lord, 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 Lord. Well, it ain't nobody's business, nobody's business what I do. That's Tain't Nobody's Business. Interestingly enough, on the original Fats Waller recording, there is a bridge. But I played it the way it is sort of standard played. And there's a great version by Dinah Washington on a tribute album to Fats Waller. And my personal favorite, which I was thinking about right there at the end, by my Oklahoma hero, Jay McShann. And he plays a great version on his album Last of the Blue Devils. And I don't know if you guys listen to Jay McShann. I should do a Jay McShann show, but he has a really high-pitched, kind of like nasally voice. And he's so, it's such a great version. And he ends it, nobody's business. Nobody's business what we do. And like he says, with your red dress on or something. I don't know. It's such a good version. I'm glad that you guys liked that. Tain't Nobody's Business What I Do. Written by Fats Waller. He composed and copyrighted over 400 songs in his lifetime, including, I think, 3 Broadway musicals. And this tune, people claim he wrote. Oh, hi, Shay. Nice to see you. She's in Oklahoma, too. Thank you, Nancy, for complimenting my dress. Rick's in Louisiana. Hi, Noelle. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, YouTube is always slightly behind Facebook. I don't know why. Hi, Richard in California. Good to see you. Thank you guys so much for the shares. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Bill and Marion. Thank you guys. So this is a tune that has an interesting story because it is credited to Jimmy McHugh, famous songwriter. But Andy Razoff, who was Fats Waller's best friend and who wrote a lot of lyrics to tunes, like my personal favorite, Dollar for a Dime, claims that he and Fats wrote this tune together, that they're his lyrics and Fats' melody, and they sold it to Jimmy McHugh for $500, I think in 1929 or something like that. So, I bet you don't know what I'm going to sing. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while and scheme a while. You're bracelets Woolworth doesn't sell. Till that lucky day, you know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. Personally, I mean, if Andy says it's true, I tend to believe it, but of course it is credited to Jimmy McHugh. Oh gosh. Oh, hi Ori. Nice to see you. Hi David in Denmark. Thank you guys so much. So we are, hi Monty. Nice to see you, Monty and Laura. Hope you guys have power and heat and water. They're in Texas too. Ori said he wanted to hear something from the Charlie Parker book. I'm trying to think if there's anything in the Charlie Parker record that Fats Waller also recorded, and I think not. Oh, Laura, you're on YouTube. Good to see you up there. But I could maybe do a slight medley, if you will. We're gonna do this. This isn't sometimes, this is always. This isn't maybe, this is always. This is love. The real beginning of forever. This isn't just midsummer madness, a passing glow of moments gladness. This is love. I knew it on the night we met. You tied a string around my heart. How could I forget you? With every kiss I know that this is always. That's from my album Birdsong, which is actually slightly visible behind me. That's a big vinyl poster that Avi got me for our outdoor gigs, and I like having it here with me in the room. That's a famous recording by Charlie Parker with Errol Garner on piano on the original Dial session. And a really beautiful song that you don't hear sung too often. It's often played by saxophone players, but there's a great Betty Carter version with Harold Mabern on piano. Yes, I did quote Mona Lisa, you guys. Thank you very much. I miss having our producer here in the room too. And I was going to say, I was going to medley that tune right into another song because I feel like Fats Waller wouldn't have played that song because it's a little bit too sentimental. And even when he played pretty sentimental things, I think they were always a little bit tongue-in-cheek and a little bit funny. And this is one of my, I'm definitely going to get to Honeysuckle Rose, don't worry. But this tune is a little bit less known, maybe for Fats. And I'm flying high, but I've got a feeling I'm falling for no one but you. You caught my eye but you. I used to mingle, oh, be single. Now I'm a tingle over you. Hey, Mr. Parson, stand by, 'cause I've got a feeling I'm falling. Show me the ring, and I'll jump right through. I'm flying high, and I've got a feeling I'm falling. Falling for no one but you. You caught my eye, and I've got a feeling I'm falling. Falling in love with you. I used to mingle, used to be single. Now I'm a tingle over you. Hey, hey, Mr. Parsons, stand by, 'cause I've got a feeling I'm falling, falling in love with you. That's by Fats Wallers we're talking about today, and I played the real bridge, which is a little bit strange if you guys were following along. Fats, of course, makes it sound very logical, and it is, but I still think it's a little bit strange, and on a lot of recordings, they do a much simpler version. Steven is in Oklahoma. I saw you guys, I saw a few people asking, where is he? He is actually on the chat on YouTube, and he is on the chat on Facebook a little bit. Our producer is producing remotely. Susan is on there. So since my mother retired, they have bought a house and moved back to Oklahoma. It's where we're from. And I will be going back and forth a little bit more frequently to Oklahoma. So you will see Steven again probably in about 5 or 6 weeks. I'll be back out in Oklahoma and we'll do a show together. But for right now, I am solo. It's week 49, live from Lockdown 2.0. And we are planning a lot of good themes and also guests. So there's going to be guests on the show soon. I will make some announcements about that. But thank you, Avi, for reminding us that if you guys are enjoying the show, you can contribute, and tips are always appreciated. This really has been, since the lockdown almost 1 year ago, this is my gig every week. I've had a few other things that we were able to do in the summertime, but being here with you on Sundays is my chance to play music for people, and I love it so much. Dave says he is missing Steven's stories. Me too, Dave. I know Steven is missing being here too. So I was going to tell you guys about that song, I've Got a Feeling I'm Falling, that I just did. There's a fantastic Dinah Washington version, which is the first version I heard as a little girl, and I didn't really know what a parson was. So I always thought, coming out of the bridge, that she said, hey, Mr. Possum, stand by. And I never knew what that meant. I was like, is the man's name Possum? I never met a Mr. Possum. I'm cracking myself up. Yes, there are so many requests for Jitterbug Waltz, and we're going to do that right now. Again, you guys know that I love waltzes. I love to play in 3, and this is probably the first waltz I ever learned. And I'm going to tell you of course, the Fats Waller version is the best. But there is a fantastic record. I wish I could show you, but I don't have it with me in New York. That is Clark Terry Tribute to Fats Waller. It's called Aint Misbehavin, the LP. But they play Jitterbug Waltz on there, and it's so amazing. And I might be digitizing that record to share with you guys because it's on Pablo, and it's not available anywhere. And I feel like it's some of the best Clark Terry ever recorded. I would love for you to hear it. Oscar Peterson's on piano. And I'm going to play it for you right now. Jitterbug Waltz. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys one more thing. So, Fats Waller, of course, is an amazing piano player. I mean, it's ridiculous to even say. And he has huge hands and masterful technique at the instrument and doesn't use the pedal very often. And it's kind of funny because just before the show today, actually, this is a Yamaha piano, the pedal broke. So I have no pedal myself. So I think Fats is getting a kick out of it, wherever he is. Hi, Margaret. Thank you, Avi. you. Monty says, who needs that pedal anyway? It's true. I tell my students the pedal is extra cheese. And it is. But I use it a little bit. So I really love that middle section of Jitterbug Waltz, which you don't hear very often. I like that a lot. So thank you guys so much. Hi, Daniela. Hello, Margaret. Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Andy. So we're going to continue talking about Fats Waller. This is a tune that he wrote and that I recorded. I think this is on the same one as Aint Misbehavin, which is After Dark. Is that right? Hi, Chris in Dallas. Hope that you're doing well. And this one is also a little bit lesser known. It has a fantastic verse. I believe this is from a show. Don't even go to the movie shows if you're not by my side. I stay home by my radio and I'm satisfied. All my flirting days are gone. On the level from now on. Don't go for any excitement now. Books are my best company. All my opinions have changed somehow. Old-fashioned as can be. When you really learn to care, there's a thrill in solitaire. Keeping out of mischief now. Really am in love and how. I'm through playing with fire. It's just you, my desire. All the world can plainly see. You're the only one for me. I've told them in advance. They can't break up our romance. Living up to every vow. Keeping out of mischief now. really like that song by Fats Waller. And I feel like we should play something a little bit fast, which I haven't done yet. I know if Steven was here, we would have already played something fast. So adjusting to the solo piano. Yeah, Dave, I know. I really wanted to play Your Feet's Too Big, but I didn't have a chance to learn it. I was in Oklahoma all this week helping my parents move, and then my flight got canceled and delayed and canceled, and I was able to fly early yesterday morning, and I got back kind of late at night, and I slept 14 hours. So I want to learn Your Feet's Too Big. I'm going to learn that. Steven says that we are praying for all of our friends and family in Texas that are suffering. I know I posted a link about charities last night, but I know a lot of you are here with us today, and I really hope you guys are doing okay. I wish I could help. We were in Oklahoma. It was super cold. We got down to -10. I showed you guys Lake Thunderbird, which is the lake in the town where I grew up, and I never saw it frozen before. Like, you could walk on it. I didn't, because you shouldn't do that. But you could have. So I'm going to show you guys maybe another photo of Mr. Fats Waller Thomas. This is a really cute one, actually. 1932. So I haven't talked a lot about his history. I told you he was born in 1904. He actually got his very first job at the age of 15, 1919, playing piano in Silent Movie House in Harlem. And at that time, he was making $25 a week, which is a lot of money for that time. And then he made his first record in 1922 and basically was a star immediately after that. I wanted to tell you guys another story. Without Steven here, I don't talk enough, maybe. Is that... I need Steven to prompt the talking. I'm going to play fast, and then I'll tell you guys a story. This is a tune called The Sheikh of Araby, which I've recorded, and Fats recorded it many times, and he has a really funny way of doing it on the breaks. I'm not going to sing it. I'm just going to play it. And this is The Sheikh of Araby. there is that goes like the Sheikh of Araby with no clothes on. That's very funny. Hi Arnie, nice to see you. This is correct. It's a different, because of the way the room is set up. We have the cameras here at the base of the piano at the low end and the high end up top. So it's a little bit of a different sound. I thought it might be nicer because you guys get more of the bass of the instrument. Oh, I did not know that. That was the theme song of Tommy Cooper. Thank you, Simon. Thank you guys so much for clapping. It was fun. It's fun to play a little bit fast. Mark says, is it true that one time Fats was playing in a club and Art Tatum walked in? And apparently Fats said to the audience, I'm a piano player, but God has just walked in the house. I don't know. I mean, a lot of piano players do refer to Art Tatum in that way. They would have been about the same age, and I can't honestly imagine Fats saying that simply because I'm sure he felt pretty good about his own piano playing. It's funny because, I love Earl Hines, and I have the great Earl Hines autobiography called The World of Earl Hines. And I was reviewing it today because he was very good friends with Fats. He says Fats was his best friend. They used to play in Chicago, not together, but they would play at the Grand Terrace, and Earl Hines was playing with Louis Armstrong, and Fats would play on they'd have two bands a night. So that was one band, and then Fats by himself was the other band. That's how tremendous he was. And they would hang out and party all the time. And I love thinking about Louis Armstrong and Earl Hines and Fats Waller hanging out. And Earl said one night they were at a jam session, and a player came in, I will not name, even though this is in the book. And he wanted to sit in, and Louis Armstrong was like, no, this is a reading band. You can't sit in. You're not going to read the chart. And the guy was like, no, I've been practicing my reading. I can sit in. And they were like, okay, fine. And Fats was playing piano. And they're playing along, and the guy really couldn't hang. Like, he couldn't play the tune at all. And they were all just kind of watching him, and Fats yelled out, what key are you stuck in? Turn the page. And I think it's so funny. And Earl said they would say that to each other all the time when they would see each other, turn the page. It really cracked me up. But it's so funny to think about those giants, giants of jazz, as young men, like hanging out and buying cars and just having a good time. So that's Waller. Talking about Fats Waller today. I'm going to post some music. Let's see. Oh, this is one of my very favorite songs. And it's kind of funny because I always thought Fats wrote this song, but of course it's not credited to him. And now that I know he would sell his tunes for money to other composers, I wonder if he sold this tune. Be sure it's true when you say, I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words, they were spoken. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. If you break my heart, I will die. So be sure that it's true when you say, I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Be sure it's true when you say, I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words, if you break my heart, I will die. So be sure that it's true. When you say I love you, it's a sin. It's a sin. It's a sin to tell a lie. Thank you guys so much. You know, I was talking about Art Tatum, and I realized that in the book, Earl Hines actually says the first time Fats and he saw Art Tatum was in Chicago, 1931. I know I missed the trumpet too. You guys are so sweet. Thank you. I missed a comment on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'll go back up there and read it. Ralph says, I understand that the music publishers restricted Fats' playing on recordings because they wanted the recording to match the sheet music. They insisted he play the tune as written. I wonder, I don't know that to be true, but I imagine it could be. There's certainly many versions of him playing. Steven says, Fats' most famous protege is Count Basie. This is true. Count Basie talks about studying with Fats or from Fats at a silent movie theater where Count Basie would go and watch him and then copy him, and I think he would sub for him, and then eventually he had the gig. It's kind of funny because Fats Waller was so famous and he was playing theaters and making records, but he also played gigs. And at one time, it's kind of funny, this is an odd story, but I've heard it repeated quite a few times. He was in Chicago at the Grand Terrace, and he was kidnapped on one of his set breaks. He says 4 men approached him, they took him away, they blindfolded him, and they put him in a car, and they drove away. And he was a little bit worried about what was happening. They arrived at a place that he didn't know where it was. They took him inside, unblindfolded him, and it was a surprise birthday party for Al Capone. And they wanted him to be the music and play, and they kept him there a couple of days. And at the end of it, gave him a large sum of cash, thanked him, and sent him on his way. So he was very in demand, we shall say. And Dave points out that he did play organ. This is true. He loved the Hammond organ. He owned one, and he actually traveled with it quite often. He would rent 2 hotel rooms, one for himself and one for his Hammond organ. He made some recordings on the organ. I'm trying to think. He does a little bit independent on the organ, and he does, well, there's a lot of sides. In fact, this book has a really exhaustive and great discography. But it was unusual at the time. Organ wasn't really a jazz instrument, and he did play that. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Count Basie is in Blazing Saddles. That's true, when the band comes like through the prairie. Yes, and he also played the Wurlitzer. That's correct. Yeah, Mark, you guys are right. So I'm going to do another tune. I thought I might play something. This is one that he famously recorded. Maybe I'll do a little medley. Picture me upon your knee, T for two and two for tea, me for you and you for me alone. Nobody here near us to see us or hear us. No relations. I read a comment and messed up the words, but I know it's telephone, dear. Dawn will break and I will wake and start to bake a sugar cake for you to take, for all the world to see. We will raise a family, a boy for you and a girl for me. Can't you see how happy we could be? Picture me upon your knee, T for two and two for tea, me for you and you for me alone. Nobody near us to see us or hear us. No relations on weekend vacations. I won't have it known that we own a telephone. Yeah. Dawn will break and I will wake and start to bake a sugar cake for you to take, for all the boys to see. We could raise a family, a boy for you and a girl for me. Can't you see how happy we could be? got that old feeling the moment that you passed by. I felt a thrill, and when you caught my eye, my heart stood still. Once again, I seem to have that old yearning, and this spark of love is still burning. There'll be no new romance for me. Oh, it's foolish to start, for that old feeling is still in my heart. time and you're going to regret it someday when you grow lonely. Your heart will break like mine and you'll want me only after you've gone. After you've gone away. After you've gone. After you've gone away. Thank you guys so much for being here with me today. Week 49 of Live from Lockdown. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about the fan. I found it. I found the fan and it's still working. And I want to thank you guys so much. You're the absolute best. Love you. I love you. We love you. The Live from Lockdown family is very important to me and really my favorite thing. Thank you, Bill and Marion, for your nice words. Oh, wow. Dave saw Oscar Peterson in Amsterdam 1978, and he played a tribute to Fats Waller. Wow. That would have been great, Dave. I wish I could have been there. So don't forget, I'll be back next week. That is week 50. Stephen asks, public domain. I don't know what that means. Are some of his songs in public domain? Yes. His first published song is 1922. So that would make it public. Those songs would be public domain, but not all of them. Few of them were written in the 30s. So not everything. But thank you guys so much for being here. You're the best. I hope that you have a wonderful week. Stay warm. I hope your power comes back on, your electricity comes back on, that everyone is safe and healthy. Don't forget to wash your hands. And of course, as always, our theme song remains, look for the silver lining. Whenever clouds appear in the blue, remember somewhere the sun is shining. So the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining. Try to find the sunny side of life. Thank you guys again so much for being here. I know we all missed Steven. He's in the chat, and you'll be seeing him periodically when I go back to Oklahoma every, 6 weeks or so. And I hope that you'll join me again next week. Look for the silver lining. Whenever clouds appear in the blue, remember somewhere the sun is shining. So the right thing to do is make it shine for you. A heart full of joy and gladness will always banish sadness and strife. So always look for the silver lining. Try to find. Try to find. Try to find. Try to find the sunny side of life. Try to find the sunny side of life. I love you guys so much. Have a beautiful week. Please stay in touch with me. Let me know how you're doing. I'm going to plan something really exciting for next week. Maybe we can get Hide to come to New Jersey. And thank you. Thanks, Dave. Thank you, Susan, Stephen, everybody for being here with us. I will talk to you really soon. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you, Bill and Marion. Thank you so much. See you later.